Okay, when we're going to use Versamark embossing, we need to use our embossing buddy. Make sure everything is all clean on this thing, and we don't have to worry about any of the embossing powder sticking. So that's done. I am using the Easter Message stamp set, which is a discontinued stamp set from last year. And we are applying Versamark. And these are some cards that I ordered from Stampin' Up, and they're going to fold into a tiny card with an envelope. So I line this up and then try to get this cross just right on here. And you have to leave enough room for the message. Sentiment, it's called. And here we go. And the sentiment is, He is not here, He has risen. Matthew 28:6. I'm giving these tomorrow to my ladies' luncheon for the class of 65, high school. And I'm going to try copper this time. I've only done gold so far. And I forgot one thing. I have to have a spoon. So let me quick get a spoon. I have them handy. And I put my embossing powder in these reusable or throwaway Rubbermaid containers. And you just want to cover it good. Get it on here. Cover it good. My arm's probably in the way. I have never done a video before, so let's see what happens with this. Okay, that looks pretty good. I purchased the new, or the heat tool. I have an old one that was not Stampin' Up, but I purchased this one, and it has two settings. So you can have one for embossing and one for setting and drying ink. So we're going to go with embossing, and this is simply how it's done. We'll show, this is going to change kind of before your eyes, I think. Supposed to. Copper may not be as effective as gold. Oh, there it comes. There it comes. I don't know if you can tell yet, but it's hard for me to tell. And when I learn how to get me a camera set up and some lighting, we'll be able to do something a little better here. But I am a relatively new demonstrator, and I love Stampin' Up, and I want to show everyone how much you can do with Stampin' Up. So there we go. We're going to lay that down. Now, I don't know if you can see, but there you have it. Now, I'm going to color this in. Since you get to see, I have the blender pens, which was a fairly new item this last year, and I got all of them. I am doing the I'm not using the blender pen, excuse me. I'm using the Stampin' Right marker, and I'm doing Elegant Eggplant because I wanted to have that robe really deep. It could be done in Wisteria Wonder, which is a lavender. It could be done in a color that you feel that would be the appropriate color for that robe. It's Generally, they display it in churches, and here we've already taken a drive in the country and gone by several churches that have a cross out in the front yard with a purple shawl hung on the cross, exactly like this. It has a meaning, and Easter's coming, and we are in an area of the country that is very faith-based, and having come from California, which the faith is not, it's faith-based. I mean, there's faith-based residents in California, but it's not out there everywhere. Like, there's churches on every corner here. I mean, literally, this is a very small town, small population. There's a church every block and in between. So anyway, we're coloring it with this elegant eggplant, and it's pretty simple to do. And there again, this is the Stampin' Write markers, and they're better on this paper. This is just regular cardstock, Whisper White cardstock, so they don't, if you're going to use the stamping blends, and when you look them up and you see what they're all about, they're an alcohol based, and you need to have watercolor paper, or the shimmer white does work, but just keep in mind that they are alcohol based. So that is what happens here. As you color over, it doesn't color on the embossing, so it's perfect to do it this way. So hopefully you can see this. That's all there is to it. That's really quick. I'm going to fold it. It's already scored, and use my scoring tool and try not to make a mess. And then the little envelopes come with it. You just put it in the little envelopes. Anyway, that's it, and hopefully you got something out of this. This is Lindell's Card Escape, Stampin' Up!